Today, we're breaking down a radically simple approach to your money. We often think managing money means drowning in complex spreadsheets. But what if I told you that you could map out your entire financial future on just a single piece of paper?
First off, I gotta ask you, do you think budgeting is a punishment? For a lot of us, just hearing the word budget feels like a strict penalty. It's like a cage for people who lack discipline, right? We picture calculators, piles of stressful bills, and basically having to say no to everything fun. But honestly, that mindset is exactly what's holding us back.
Part 1. The Financial Planning Myth. Let's shatter that burden right now.
So, flexibility and goal setting. You absolutely must set specific financial goals, but you kind of need to treat those goals like a vacation itinerary. Think about it. You make a really solid plan before you leave, but you still have to leave room for unexpected surprises. Because hey, it might rain and you might have to hit up a museum instead of lounging on the beach.
Think about mobile phone bills 10 years ago. Back then, you paid for every single text message. It's crazy to think about now. Today, we just pay flat rates of a few bucks a month. Almost no one saw that massive shift coming. And that's the point. Life is completely unpredictable, and your expenses will inevitably change.
Let's set up a very real scenario. Say your specific goal is to pay off a $50,000 student loan, and you want to do this within the next 3 years. That is a fantastic, highly ambitious target. You write it down on your one-page plan, you feel incredibly motivated and ready to conquer that debt. But then, reality happens. Let's say it's 2018, and you totally wreck your car. Suddenly, you have to buy a new one out of nowhere. That $50,000 goal? Yeah, it's just not going to happen anymore. And you know what? That is completely okay. You adapt your goal down to paying off $30,000 in that exact same time frame. And honestly, you should still feel incredibly proud of yourself.
You can always adapt when your situation changes. Flexibility is literally a financial superpower. Being too rigid with your money actually causes you to just give up when things go sideways. When life throws a curveball, you just calmly adjust the numbers on your plan. Take a deep breath and keep moving forward.
Part 2. Gamify your budgeting. Let's look at how to make saving money actually fun. We often declare these huge, meaningful goals, like wanting to backpack through Vietnam. But in reality, we end up spending 20% of our income on parties and eating out. This means our daily spending is totally out of alignment with who we actually say we are. And, well, that needs changing.
To fix that alignment, we start incredibly simple. You just make a list of your fixed costs. These are the expenses you simply cannot change. We're talking things like your rent, your phone bill, or your car insurance. By separating out these unchangeable costs, you clear away all that visual clutter. Suddenly, you can clearly see where you actually have room to cut back and play the game.
Once you see that flexible money, the game officially begins. You start taking on mini saving challenges. Don't try to overhaul your whole life overnight. Honestly, that never works. Instead, you create small, active choices. You turn those potential budget cuts into fun, short-term sprints.
For instance, challenge yourself to bike to work just 3 out of 5 days this week. Or try cooking your lunch in advance for exactly 2 weeks. Or decide you'll only go to the movies if the tickets are on sale. The author of our source actually did this. He only ate out twice a weekend for 2 whole months. And surprisingly, he discovered a genuine passion for cooking.
Now, if you have a partner, you can take this to a whole new level. See who can survive the entire week with the fewest card swipes. Suddenly, avoiding an impulse buy isn't a restriction anymore. It's a way to win against your partner. It makes saving money highly dynamic and, dare I say, actually fun.
Part 3. Debt as an investment. How paying it off is really investing in yourself. So there is a very popular idea out there in the personal finance world. It says you should start eliminating debt by paying back the smallest balance first. But our source takes a different, highly logical approach. It suggests you tackle the debt with the highest interest rate first. Why? Because the math simply shows that debt is essentially always your biggest expense.
Paying off your debts is an investment in your future self. Let that sink in. It isn't just some annoying obligation to a bank. When you pay off debt, you are literally buying your future freedom.
Think of it like this. Every dollar of debt you rack up means a dollar that will be busy paying interest down the line, especially if you spent that dollar on things that don't even align with your true goals, like those extra beers we talked about earlier. When your money is busy paying high interest, it's blocked. There is simply no way to save for what you really want to do.
Let's bring this all together as we look at your financial future. We learn to stay flexible and adapt our plan.
We learn to gamify our spending so it aligns with our real goals. And we learn to attack high-interest debt as an investment in ourselves. You create your future with every single dollar you spend. Taking on bad debt means saying yes to a quick thrill right now. But by doing that, you are actively saying no to your actual dreams later on.
So, before you make your next purchase, ask yourself, what are you saying no to later by saying yes right now?